What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Den. We have new teammates, so let's clap it up or snap your fingers or do whatever you like for our newest Fox, our newest Stride member, Zomba, or we're gonna call him Sal because we're friends like that. You guys aren't. So welcome, Sal. How are you doing?
Doing great. I actually just before coming onto this podcast, I just reviewed everything for Patchwork. So, I can already feel the energy of becoming once again a reborn leader into the Smash competitive scene. So I'm happy about that.
Well, I know we're all very happy to have you. We had always talked about you internally as a player who, you won Genesis, and then I talked to Cameron a lot about this, that he was always like trying to help you find something or like just doing some kind of like background work, trying to like understand why teams weren't looking at you or all these things. And it was just very strange because him and I talked a lot about it. And I know at some point, he was like, "What if like we just got him?" And I was like, "You know what? That's a good idea. Have a conversation, see what happens."
It makes sense.
I know he's very happy that you're here, and I know I could probably speak for all of us, but I'm sure everyone here seated today is very happy that you're part of the squad because it's very much deserved and long overdue.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, Genesis was in February, and right now we're in July actually. So, oh my god,
it's been almost exactly 5 months since Genesis.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
That whole process, it was so crazy to me because in my head I was like, okay, after winning, what else? What else is the team kind of looking for? And it seemed like teams are actually looking for a little bit more, but not like I hate to be a little toxic, but bro,
You don't hate to be toxic. Don't lie to us.
No, you
That's
don't.
literally what you do.
I was seeing some of the teams that were picking up other players, and I was like, what have they done? I've never heard of these players. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, at the end of the day, I'm happy where I ended up, so I can't complain about it too much. But the whole time, I was like, what the hell, man? Like, whatever. They can lose me because at the end of the day, that's all they're gonna ever stay doing is losing to me.
Hey, all I know is all that attitude is well deserved. You've earned it. We're glad that you're happy where you are, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for everybody when I say that I hope that this group stays together for a while because I think the energy is going to be pretty insane going forward.
No, I'm ready. Who's doing Smash Factory?
I'll see you this week. Yeah, it's
Nice.
us three in the
The
triangle.
inner triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do an easy top three. Low key, I was looking at that
Easy.
bracket.
Easy.
A little too easy for us.
Don't y'all have to team kill each other?
Yeah, we might have to.
No? Oh yeah.
People have done losers runs. I've seen it.
I mean, you did
Actually,
last
even
week.
your bracket's kind of.
No, yeah. I was about to say, I won't mention it, but like I'll go with the bit that it's easy.
Wait, what's your bracket like?
Lima
The worst
like
bracket of all time.
like okay. But anyways,
To get to top 8?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they give you Lima Light,
Yeah.
Lima Light Spargo. Lima Light Spargo, by the way.
Lima Light Spargo, not Lima Light Sonics, or not Lima Light.
Lima Light, and first seed of the tournament, Spargo,
Yeah,
because that makes sense.
That's my reward for okay.
I guess before we
player.
go forward, why don't we talk about last weekend at Patchwork with whoever wants to start?
We're all in North
I think-
Carolina.
I
I
think
think
Sal
Shad
wants
should
to
go
start.
first, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Who's going first? I didn't hear
I
it.
think Shad should go first.
Wait, what? Oh, no, that makes sense. Anyways, so yeah, Patchwork happens. Got fifth. Well,
You lost a fire alarm.
kinda. So Saturday doesn't matter. Sunday happened. I was playing like pretty good in the beginning. At least against like Omega. But in the beginning,
Dude,
well, it
that
started at
game
10.
won.
Like, a set was ridiculous.
Was it the game one that you like
Yeah.
restocked him in like 40 seconds?
I didn't or
No, it was a
I
3-stock.
think it was
I put it in my tier list video.
yeah. It was I took the first stock first two stocks like in 40 seconds. But I couldn't get the last one that fast. Like, I don't know, coin doesn't do that often. But like they started at 10 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, please, but whatever. So I played like my first 3 sets, make it top 8, and then I played Cola, and I'm playing alright. Like I would go the first 2 games, and then he starts like adapting like really fast. And then fire alarm happens, and then I actually didn't take
fire
it.
alarm out.
like
Or going for
40 minutes, like something like
yeah,
that.
it was almost an
Um,
hour.
It was
Yeah. So like game 4, I was like, okay, I think I can still win. I tried my best, but like I still lost. And then so we go outside. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Like, I am someone that like I cannot focus. I am someone that I cannot play like amazing from the beginning of like a set or anything. It takes me like so long, so I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be annoying. Even if it warmed up, which we did, I was like, I do not see myself playing like how I was playing like I guess earlier in the day at least, and especially in the game 5, like where I know it's really serious. And so I played game 5, and you can see in the gameplay, like it was really bad from both of us. Like he missed like 3 jairs. I did whatever. But like I guess from a viewer standpoint, it was still cool. I got he literally
the
SD
pin
too.
happened.
Oh,
How
yeah,
did
no, the
that
10
pin
happened.
miss?
And I think I just misspaced it, but
It went like through
because
his. I think
it's
the
only active
axis.
for 1 frame. I don't think if people
Oh,
know that
really?
it literally only active for 1 whole frame. So, but what was crazy in the moment was like he did 1, 2, 3. I did 4 like at the last moment. I was like, oh my god! And it also sweet spotted, and I was just like, but like
Because
I'm
your
thinking
hand goes
about
all
it
the way
because my
forward.
herbox shift, which is not it's not the whole thing, but like some of it herbox shifts. I was like, oh my god, whatever. And then I just like sat there for a little bit, and then I played Sal. And that the day before I got my fob fixed, and I felt really good. And I was like playing the rest of the day, like early Sunday. I was like, dude, I'm messing like up so much stuff. Like, is it really me, or like did it mess up again? And so I switched back to my other controller, and I was still mid. So I was like, maybe it was just me. Yeah, Sal did really good anyways. And yeah, that's basically my bracket for the weekend.
Ethan, do you think like Mikey asked you and Cola when that happened outside is like you guys were allowed to restart the set?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what are you asking me? Like, you think I should have done that?
Like, yeah,
Or
dude, like
Like if it
I-
would happen
I think
again,
I-
would you
I
restart the
think
whole
I
set?
might have honestly because yeah, doing game 5 just like that, kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Especially
especially how you mentioned that like you weren't sure that you would play as well as you were playing the entire time because you can't just like jump in and play peak.
Mhm.
So definitely having those extra games would have been nice.
Yeah, possibly, but I was still like, I was still in the mentality of like I liked how I was playing at the end of game 4, kinda. So I was like, maybe I'll just play good, but it was actually really bad. But it's whatever. But yeah, all right weekend for me. Also on top of that, I guess I should just talk about it here. I went on one of those automatic scooters and I fell off, and that's why my hand's a little injured.
That happened to me at
Yes.
Genesis, not this year, but last year. I like banged up my whole side. I had like scrapes everywhere.
It wasn't like that bad. It was just like my hand's the important part. And I just sprained a little bit. I'm pretty sure I should be fine for Smash Factor, but like I was just on top of everything that happened that day. I was just like, oh my god. But it's what it is, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I just remember I got a text. I forget who it was, but someone told me that happened, and I was like, I messaged Beasley. I was like, hey, if you guys need anything, like,
Mhm.
or like need me to like pick something up or bring it to you, like I got you, like
Thank
whatever.
you.
Oh, of course, of course. But yeah, I guess I'll talk about my patchwork experience just before our 1-2 finishers. I team with Beasley. We got 4th. The team was really, really fun. We fought against literal demons and devils the entire time because the teams that we lost to were Double Game and Watch and then Mega Man Me Gunner.
bro, I just want to say it like Sal and Cola DQ, y'all made the right choice. We fought demons, Jesse. We
It
fought
was so
It's
tragic.
not okay. Like
No, it was not okay.
it wasn't doubles. It wasn't okay.
It wasn't Smash. It wasn't
We were-
Smash.
We were debating it in the hotel room, and then we just came to the conclusion of like, you know what? These teams, they don't look the most fun. You were teaming with Raph too. That was such like a
That's the thing. I was teaming with Wrath, and he was still like a bystander. Like,
I was like, you know what? Cola, I think it's cool if we don't play this.
Wait, who was the double game and
it was Monty and Ploopy.
Oh yeah, Floopy
Yeah,
was
they
there.
didn't win because they were good. They won because Beasley got 9 to game 1.
And then you've got Chef Ledge trapped.
No. It was a 2v1, and Beasley just got like a random 9 off ledge, and then I lost the 1v1 to Monty. And then Ploopy's controller disconnected. Like I think I think if you go back and count, it was probably like 84 times in 25 seconds. It was
You should have
ridiculous.
taken his stocks. Oh my god.
We did
you
at the
guys are
very
too bad.
end. But we were still like Beastly left it up to me, and I guess I was just being too nice about it. So yeah, next time I definitely should have just taken the stocks and taken like the entire set basically.
It's a double game watch team. What mercy is there in your
No,
heart?
I know. And they made us wait 20 minutes. DQ timers 10 minutes, and the Theos were like,
Were you in like top 8 winners or something?
yeah. And that's not why they didn't do it. Like head Tio was like, yeah, we should have DQ'd them. Sorry, that's my fault, I guess. But no, Poopy went to get food and he went like he got lost on the way back. And I was like, dog, it's not your first tournament. How are you going to get food before top 8 starts and then not know how to just turn around and walk backwards? Like,
Oh, like he went on foot?
yeah, he left somewhere and then did not know how to get back.
That's true.
And I was like, I get it, you're in a new area, but like walking the same way backwards it's
Also,
not difficult. Like, I don't
You
understand.
have maps on your phone.
Also that. It's also like a university campus, so it's not hard to just be like, where's the center? Where's the student center? Oh, there's a student center. Like, it's I don't know. So we waited 20 minutes and then got game and watched. And then in losers,
Me gunner side B.
Beastly
90.
could not see me gunner side B because that move was invisible. It got so funny that at a certain point in time during the set, I just kept yelling invisible move, invisible move, invisible move as it was coming towards us to like make him shield. But we also had to wait like 2.5 hours to play our losers match. Well, we played one losers match after we lost, but then the Mega Man and me gunner set, we had to wait a while because Beastly was in melee and everyone was just like everywhere else.
For some reason, every single time someone had to play a pool, they let them finish their entire pool instead of just running it between like amidst their pool or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that.
it was very strange. They were like, yeah, doubles, yeah. Oh, doubles, oh, singles are starting. Doubles doesn't matter. You guys are gonna wait 6 hours. And I was like, oh, okay.
So basically, like imagine double starts at 10 a.m. and then I played losers finals at like 5:30 p.m. That doesn't really make sense.
Ew.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
really,
like how long
really,
Genesis doubles takes.
it was really not ideal. We should have pushed more for a DQ. I was screaming at every single TO. Everyone was like, I'm a stream runner. That's not my call. That's not my call. That's not my call. And I was like, okay, so let's go up the list. Let's go to the person whose call it is because this is
And then
ridiculous.
by the time that happens, it's just like, oh well, they're back now.
No, then he got back like 20 minutes late, and I was like, I don't care if he's here, you should DQ him. And they were like, oh, you should just play. And I was like, oh, you should have just DQ'd him twice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one had power. It was such a silly call. Then the people that made the decisions were blatantly lying to us, like, oh, that wasn't me. It's like, bro, you just said it. Like, whatever. So doubles was annoying. Singles was extra annoying. I'm not even gonna get into it. It's not even worth talking about. I said my piece, and
Have you bought the thing yet?
no, I'm going to, but I said my piece about it. It is what it is. I just felt like this entire weekend when I lost because of really silly reasons, and I didn't lose to Smash Brothers in a single set that I lost this weekend.
Fair.
But that's life, you know. Shout out to Beast One Paul. I respect him. He's got like Hero is just broken sometimes.
He just gets lucky, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a set where you can be like, yeah, I just got unlucky, and it's like, yeah,
Like Smash unlucky.
it is what it is. So MuteAce, how about you? Or actually, you got first. Sal, how about you? How was your weekend?
So, all things considered, I think I played pretty okay. I mean, Saturday, yeah. So Saturday doesn't really matter, bro. Okay, I hate having to play only 3 games of pools, and then I'm just done for the day. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
And then
400
the
person
next
tournament.
day is so bad.
It's top 96. Top 96 starts at 10 a.m. Why are we ending at like 9 something? You know,
You can just play one more set. 2 more
Like,
sets and losers. It's not
let
that
me,
much.
just let me do something. You know, like it feels like a lot of wasted time. And as someone that doesn't like to waste time like that, it's always so like it's a little frustrating. But I mean, I don't know. I'm technically used to it just because of how many tournaments just do that. But regardless, on top 96, I played Goblin first, I'm pretty sure. And I 3-0'd him. I mean, I was playing with like Mugen and Goblin earlier, like they're in my room, so I understand how to fight him. And then I lost to Raph pretty like before top 8. And that's my first time losing to him. I was about to reverse 3-0 him. I was actually, so game 1 and game 2, I was playing kind of dookie. I won't lie, I'll give it up. And then it just clicked in game 3, and in game 4 I won, and game 5 I was up by so much, and then I threw it. I threw it away, and I was like, God damn it! Like, why did I have to lose? And then he broke a headphone. I did not know about
RIP the headset.
I did not know
Mute
about that
through a chair, almost killed MuteAce.
I was
he
like,
was closer.
I was a little bit close.
That's so
But
funny.
I did not know he broke it until I went on Twitter later, and I'm like, why are they talking about a broken headset? And I'm like, oh wait, that's from my set. But after I went to losers, I still had to make it the top 8, and I had to fight AK, who I do not have the best track record versus Snake overall. I mean, I know you know that, Jesse. I am not the best versus Snake.
It's okay. I got you from now on. I will make you beat every single one, hopefully except me.
You got it. It's gonna be hard to beat you anyway, even with the help. But for this set, okay, so I'm positive on AK overall still, but he was winning our past 2 sets, and I wasn't the most confident. But I went into the set, and I played good. Like, I watched it back, and I was like, yeah, I did everything I felt like I was supposed to. There wasn't anything that I felt that was too bad that I was doing. And in general, it seemed like I played pretty solid. So I was pretty happy about that, especially because, like, right after I beat AK, I had to fight Peanut. I hate Mega Man with a burning passion. That matchup is garbage for Rob. It's not fun. I like watching Mega Man, but I hate fighting him. And Peanut, I mean, he's the best Mega Man, in my opinion. But it's not even an opinion. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard, but there was a little trolling going around in that set too. The headphones that we had during game 1, like the second stock, it just cut out completely. So I like took them off because, like, okay, this is useless now. And then after that, we had to wait like 10 minutes to try and fix it because we both wanted audio. You know, like it affected both of us. It wasn't just like, oh, I was having a problem. Like, it was just in general an issue. So pretty annoying. And I felt like after that, the set was kind of like phony baloney. I was a little bit like, okay, like, I'm still winning, I'm still doing good, but I felt like the momentum was like so starkly in my favor just because of, like, it doesn't feel, it feels like the fire alarm thing, you know? Like, obviously it wasn't as extreme as that, but it still just feels like off, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I even said after the set, I'm like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, bro, it's just lame. And like, that's cool. So, no, I got that win.
Also seems like a person that, like, is very, like, he has to be in the moment kind of thing, because, like, that's just how his mentality is. Like, he's very, like, studied and like, okay, this is going to go this way, and if something throws it off, I feel like there's a potential for that to be more difficult for him.
Mm-hmm. And then after Peanut, I was so happy about beating Peanut. Oh my god! After beating Peanut, I had to fight Shattuck. Ethan. Yeah. So you beat me our last set at Miami.
Like 10 years ago.
I don't remember it being that close either. So in my head, I was like, okay, you're obviously doing pretty phenomenal this season, like top 10 easily. And, you know, it's hard. But I felt like it just felt like the pacing of the matches just felt, obviously there's momentum issues. I felt like there was some momentum issues because of what happened after the Cola set, which I totally understand. I've definitely been there where, like, something will happen in winner's side of the bracket, and I'll just continue thinking about that or something, even if you weren't. Like, I don't know. I personally, as a player, I was feeling for you when that fire alarm happened. Like, I was feeling for both of you guys, but unfortunately, you were the one in the bracket. And that set, I was watching it. It was so troll. There was, like, so many SDs coming out too. I was like,
yeah.
I know we've had better sets than that, so I know in the future there'll just be more.
No, yeah, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
Yeah. And then I had my run back with Raph, who I already talked about it. The first set was game 5. I trolled super hard. But in loser semis, I 3-0'd him pretty convincing.
Yeah, you handled it.
What do you think of Rob Sonic?
I think it's even or Sonic.
Okay.
But I honestly lean towards more even because I feel like I'm not the best versus Sonic, but the fact that I do good versus the Sonic players.
That means you're probably good at the matchup.
No, I just think
that means that he's godlike.
I just think the Sonic players are just, like, folding, you know?
Yeah.
When I fight Sonic, I always am like, I feel like a complete and total moron. And I don't really know. And sometimes I have to be hitting them, and they'll have like the dumbest disadvantage options. So like, okay, cool, I get to hit them more, and it winds up to win. But in that set, I was a lot more locked in, and it was a 3-0. I fought Cola. I haven't beaten Cola since Smash Bros. Tour 2021. He's been a big demon, and we're both friends, so we both practice with each other a lot. And like when we play with each other, it's not like he's dumpstering me, you know. It'd be like close sets, but we just are so ingrained with each other. It's like he knows how to fight me, and sometimes, most of the time, he'll get the win. But on this fateful day, I reverse 3-0'd him. It all started because he SD game 3. I was up a stock, and in game 3, I like threw him off stage or whatever. He's at ledge and like air dodges directionally and just dies. And I'm like, okay, this game is a free win now. It became a free win. Game 4 happened. I won game 4. And like, oh shit, we're in game 5. This is it. This is the last game of the set. And the whole time in my mind, I'm like, okay, I play Rob. He plays Roy. He's low-key a little tilted. I know for sure he's tilted. So if I can Kamaz him a little bit, I could feel I could close it out. And then I did. He was actually winning in the beginning. And I got this I got a down air spike at like 70 because he air dodged into it. And then I just had so much extra momentum. But then at the end, it became a lot closer because, you know, Cole's a good player. He's not like folding super hard like that. And at the end, it like turned into a scramble situation, but I F-tilted him and I won.
Your F-tilts are so good. How come Rob uses that move like you?
It was so silly.
Well, I feel like Rob players, they're just not at that level of like using Rob's kit to its fullest potential. And I think Rob's F tilt is a really, really good move. Like you have down tilt into boosted F tilt, which you can get the tipper and it kills. Even without a tipper, it still sends like pretty far out. It's so good. Like down tilt into F tilt. I actually don't understand why Rob players don't use it more, because once I figured out it was good, and like it's not hard to tilt your tilts. So you can also get like extra angles off of it. Yeah. Sometimes you do need to angle it up. Sometimes you need to angle it down, you know, like, but anyway, I feel like, oh yeah, and in grands.
Well, before you get into grands, I remember during your Cola set, Cameron messages me and he was like, "Hey, are you still at the venue?" And I was like, yeah, why?" And he was like, "Oh, because if Sal wins, he's gonna put his jersey on." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I guess I want to hear your perspective on how/why you wanted to do it that way.
In my head, it was like if I'm getting announced at Smash Factor, like if this is already a major, you know, like Patchwork was a major, and I'm getting announced a week later and I'm doing good at the turn, it's not like I flopped or anything. I got Suku. So if there's any chance I'm like able to win the event, for one, it just looks cool. It's like, oh my god, there's actually Stride Grand Finals. And two, it's like if I win and it's like, oh my god, the first Stride major and it's already a dub, like that looks good for us. That looks good for me.
That's fair.
And it's pretty cool. But then I lost. That's okay. It's like it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I remember Cameron was like, "Yeah, well, what should we tweet?" And he was like, "We think this," and I was like, "That sounds fine." It's like it's an all Stride Grand Finals. Wait, Zomba joined Stride. I was like, "That's perfect. Do the thing." It was really funny because no one from production knew, so they all ran to me and they were like, "Is this real? Like, do we put it his name?" I was like, "Yes."
Or is he just trolling hella hard?
Yeah, no, they were genuinely like, he might just be wearing it as a bit. They were like, he might just have it as a bit. I was like, no, it's real. Like
the commentators literally said, "Did he just take Shaddix?" Like,
yeah, did they really? They said, did he have a jersey swap with Shaddix just now? Is that why he walked away? Like,
I've thought about showing jerseys like that because I have some of my old jerseys and I was on the Luminosity sponsorship thing and I was like, yo, what if I fight like a Luminosity member? What if I was at Genesis and put on my LG jersey
to beat Sonics? That would have been raw. That'd be
super raw, but I didn't want to give the wrong idea of like I'm sponsored because then, well, sponsors would think I'm sponsored. Yeah, but that thought has definitely crossed my mind, and I heard people like asking that too. They're like, is he just trolling? And this is such a Zomba thing to do. Like, why is he?
Yeah.
It is a you thing to do. That's the thing. Like, they're not wrong.
Yeah, like honestly, if Smash wasn't as business sided now, and I could lean more into that trolling type, oh my god, I would have done it so many times already. But grand finals, Mute beat me our last set at Cirque. I didn't feel like from Cirque, I didn't feel that good about all my losses at like that entire weekend, just because my controller was broken, straight up. But I was still like, okay, I still lost. You know, there's something that I did wrong. And that was also the first time you beat me, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm obviously capable of winning. We play in a set, and game one. Oh my god, game one. It wasn't even a DBZ because I look back at it and you didn't even die.
It was the bad hit of Nair, so I didn't go
Yeah,
anywhere.
so like okay, like I could have played it. Like I watched that set and I'm like, it could go like so many different ways. How do you feel about the matchup? I think Rob wins. I presume you think that too.
Yeah, it's probably like slight Rob or even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm playing the set, and the whole time I felt like it's pretty back and forth set, all things considered. It wasn't like, I mean, I think there was a game or two, like one game where I won dominantly ish. There's one game you won dominantly ish, and then after that, every game was like last stop, last hit. So it could have just been like, you know, you do one extra like move or something, and it's like, you know, it could have been different. Which I like that because it shows like we're both doing good and we're both putting in the work, and like we're on our little semi break, and yet it was still us in top two. So
That is true.
we did our jobs. How about you? How'd you feel about the bracket,
Congrats.
Mr. Winner?
Thanks.
You
You won a major.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh,
It
does
was
this one
so-
not count?
it's I don't know. I have like brainwashing. I can't like in my head. People are like, "Oh, it's a major," but like for me, I'm like, it just feels so weird to have one without like Tweak and Light and like everyone. You know what I mean? Like, but then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I guess Ethan is like more points than DeBuzz. You know, it's just DeBuzz has been there like my entire life, like competing like that. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
Ethan's like better than DeBuzz, and it's like probably the same rank as like Light and stuff like that. So it's just like. At that point, I'm like, okay, well, actually, I guess this is pretty powerful lineup we've got going here.
You're just used to fighting him in
It
Texas,
was a
like,
major for a
tournaments.
reason, you know?
Yeah, no, that's the thing, dude. Lima and like Shattuck, they're like some of the hardest opponents for me, and also like they count for a lot of points also. But then if I go somewhere with them, I don't like quantitate the event to being like something higher because I just see them every like regional to the point where I'm like, yeah, whatever. Let's just do this again. And then it's just like, oh my god, wait. He just won cost and he just won that and he, you know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, that's a lot. But yeah, no.
And you beat the
I
Genesis
think-
winner.
Yeah, I did actually. But I
That
mean, I
is
did that
pretty
as
impressive.
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of my brackets were a lot of runbacks, because I had just played Jordan at LTC, and he protected me from smub because I didn't want to do that, honestly. And honestly,
that
he
would have been scary.
yeah, he was
That
going on a tear.
It would have been so
So-
scary.
I was like,
I'm gonna
oh
keep that
god.
in mind.
He was going on a tear. I was like, oh dear. And then yeah, I played
Oh dear.
Peeb. We had just played at Comic Palooza, super recent, and LTC right before that. So another run back. I was really worried about him.
How are your sets with
Um,
him?
Freaky.
Magical.
Oh, is that what you tweeted about? Like this set was freaky. Was that the Peebnut set?
Yeah, it was insane. Like it was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then dude, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I played Wrath. Like it was so like premeditated, you know, like everything that I thought would happen just happened in my head. And I was like, okay. It's still hard because the match was just like hard, but it wasn't like very surprising to me. I timed
according
him
to
out again.
Fikaku.
Yeah, like I timed him out on a game one. That's what I did to Sonics on game one too. Very poetic and interesting that it just keeps happening to them. I'm literally Dr. Mario in a dress, but I'm just timing them out somehow. I don't really understand how it's happening. And yeah, then I played Cola. That was also run back from Collision. And then yeah, I just played so bad in that set. I feel like for him when Collision. So I was like telling myself, I was like, I know what I need to do. like better because I was trying to tell myself that there's a collision, but it's like I need to force myself. But his pressure is just so fast. It just like mind controls you to not want to like do what you know you need to do just because it's the scary option to do. But like I was just like slowly like it was one of those sets where like I was playing bad in the beginning and then I slowly started getting faster and faster and like getting used to like doing what I needed to do because I was getting like positive affirmations from like, doing it every now and then. I was like, okay. And then it just got better and then I won that. But I also got a lot of luck. Had a lot of like bombs and stitches versus him and like there was like 2 Saturns on the field or something crazy.
Patchwork
once?
Classic.
Yeah, huh?
Did you say
Once?
Patchwork Classic.
I said it was a Patchwork Classic. You know, you just
Patchwork.
I do pull a lot of stuff there.
stitches and bombs and Saturns.
Yeah, and then I was waiting, and it was funny because basically went to go get Ethan because he scootered himself
I died.
to oblivion, and then so like I was like, oh my god, my B barrel's gone. It just like released from my PC. So I mean, I was like, well, my Rob Roy practice. So I just found anathema rather, and then I asked him, and then he was like, yeah, no, Zom's gonna win. Zom's gonna beat Cola. I was like, I wasn't sure. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then we just started playing. Like, I didn't look for a Roy player. I just started playing. That's Rob, actually. Because Steven just voted for you. And I was like, oh, sure, I trust you. And then we played Rob. And then that was my warm up. And then we played. And yeah, I don't know. That was such a like scary set. Like, I for sure thought I was going to lose game 1. That trade was crazy. And there's just so many like small interactions that went back and forth. Like on game 3, that like back air, I did a high backer on purpose because I thought I would shift far enough to not get up smash, but I was like slightly too close, and I was like, oh my god. Just a lot of things, but I guess it worked out. A lot of my decision making felt really, really weird. And I felt like you're usually like, I don't know. I felt like you felt pressured or something like that because you're usually like braver. I feel like.
I feel
There were some
like I made too
positions.
many risks in areas I shouldn't have, and I also felt like you were doing good in recovering back to ledge. Like when I was rewatching it, I'm like, okay, he's side being way too much to ledge, and I'm just not punishing it. You know, whereas I'll fight other people. Like I fought Ling recently at like some monthly or whatever, and I mean I kind of destroyed him. And to me, when I like think back on that set and then think back to fighting you, like obviously you're just better. There's just certain aspects that I felt like I would punish more that he will do, that you'll still do, but I'm just not punishing you for it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's exactly how I felt about like some of the things you were doing sometimes too, and I was just like, okay, but I noticed that you weren't doing it because I was like doing some things like that, and I was like, I feel like he should be gambling a little more, like at least throw a downer out over the ledge or like side B somewhere like off the stage or something like that. Like you would just gamble like a death. Yeah, that's typically how I interpret like a lot of your advantage states. So
The
I was
one
just
game where I side beat you
like, you died.
I died too. I was mashing, jumping, everything, so I was.
Yeah, I went back and looked at it. I was like, that was minimum side B too. That was like the least side B you could do. You just died. I was like, oh, that's great.
It happens. Overall, I thought it was a good set from both of us, and I'm excited for more.
Yeah,
It was definitely a fun watch.
that we get to play again this weekend. I'm a little worried for you actually though for the next one because I'm thinking Alandis might actually beat Leo.
If Alan Dis beats Leo, the Dark Pit is coming out.
Hey, Alper doesn't hit grenades for some reason for the most part.
Really?
It's very
Watching-
strange.
Yeah, from watching MBD versus Zachary.
I don't know how he spaced a blender around every grenade, but he did.
It was
I
impressive.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure Leo and him have played. I mean, I would much rather fight Leo than Alan Dis.
Yeah, I think like Leo will win, of course, but it's just like if it does happen, like
I'll be molding.
I'm a little worried for you.
Don't worry.
No, like-
I'll look up some Allandis versus Rob sets and give you some notes. I got you.
Yeah, just don't look at the one that we played previously.
It's like we know nothing about Leo. Like we know nothing that's gonna happen. It's like, oh yeah, he should, and then just no. Like,
He's gonna lose in like pools.
Is there a Mario in his path?
oh my god.
They're all
Oh my
in Mario's
god.
way.
I also lose to Mario, so this is like a double burn. So like whatever. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna peep the bracket sound actually. Yeah, I know my
Alandis-
bracket. Tweak's not going.
Alandis won the first time they ever
Yeah,
played, and then
we
has
should
lost
be
everything.
playing. I think if we both do it, we should be playing for top 8. So
Yep.
we can.
Which I think is a little troll. Like I feel like if there's something, like we just played in Grands of a major, and now we're gonna probably fight it, assuming we're both playing like good. probably fight for winner side top 8. I feel that's a little troll, but what can you do?
I mean,
Sparkle first seed.
it could be more troll. Like Lima and Shattuck are from the same state, and they're playing it.
Yeah, they have to play too. Like
This is the
That makes
rig seating from
sense.
Patchwork all over again. They hired the same seater.
Different country, same state. Like, okay, round 2.
this turn's interesting too, because like I mean, we're gonna be seeing Spargo again. We're gonna be seeing Gluto. We're gonna be seeing Light. Tweak. Tweak. I don't know if you guys know, he's not coming anymore, unfortunately.
I think it was like
he has his
Tweak,
own
Base
stuff.
Mage, and someone else.
Peckham.
No, Peckham
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
No.
But then Sonics is also going, and then outside of like us three, there's the Japanese players like Ashimo, Gakt, and
Isn't it just them two?
yes, it's just them two.
Yeah.
Japanese
But that's
players.
always. This
Yeah,
seems
he
like
off when he
this
goes
is
to
a good
Mexico. So
That's his bracket, Mr. Gakt.
Literally and figuratively.
He actually definitely
Yeah.
looks to be good.
yeah, Ness Wario's like bad for Wario. I think Luto won the last time they played at Delfino Mazzareta. I'm pretty sure, but like scary matchup, very scary matchup.
How do you feel for a Sky J?
I just wish it was
They
someone
gave you
else.
that again?
I know because I play Skyju so much because he actually like travels and goes to Texas.
I haven't seen
And-
him anywhere to give you
Exactly, and it's just like, you know, like they're all seated the same number technically. You know, the ones that like 18 to the whatever like the number is. So it's like I could have been playing anyone from there. I was like looking at the list of people. I was like, it was like Waka, Rocks, like any of those people. I was like, dude, I never play any of those people. But like, okay, sure, let's just do a repeat match. Like me and Skyjet Lily went to France together. We went to like whatever, and we just fight there all the time. Like, okay, but whatever, it's fine. I think if I play well, it should be fine, as it usually is. That's just how the matchup works. I blow up, or I play really well, and I don't.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
Smash Ultimate in 2024.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just interesting because then like I've never played Andres FN offline. The last time I played him was like Wi-Fi 2020 or something like
Oh,
that.
jeez.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait for my revenge, my pent up revenge. Like
Dude, you got the Jazzo warm up. You're good.
he rolled down to me too many times on Wi-Fi.
Oh my god.
Was it Ken or was it Terry?
Both.
Probably both, yeah.
I got rolled down tilt jab Buster Wolfed on Wi-Fi, and I was just like, okay, you're really okay. Sorry, no, it's okay.
Really good.
Good.
Mhm.
Really talented.
From like NA to EU Wi-Fi. Like, what am I supposed to do? But yeah, I hope we get to play
allowed
that.
NA and EU in the same tournament.
It was probably early 2020 when they were like, we
Wi-Fi
can have
era,
everybody.
like,
Oh, just kidding.
Everybody.
Yeah, it was one of
Ah.
those. And then yeah, I'm excited to see who the top 8 opponent is. Like if it's you, like, or Dark Knight Alendis. Like, I don't know.
Alandis, I just want to say I'm so sorry for your losers bracket, man. Oh no.
Let's get it started early.
So, Ethan, you said your side of bracket is Lima, Light, Spargo. Is that for top 8?
That's Sparkle's in top 8, but yeah, Lima Light is for top 8. I pulled up before that. I think no. I was thinking wrong for a second. But I think before that's like okay. But obviously that could be better, like below.
Yeah,
But,
a lot better.
Did
But,
you
you know-
have you all like put in like, I know it's probably too late now because the tournament starts in like 2 days, but like when you saw that, did you go like, hey, what?
But I think it was normal, and then they finished.
Oh, they swapped into Lima.
They swapped into Lima and it finished, and I was like, whatever, man.
Y'all gotta DM TOs more and just be annoying.
It's one of those first draft is really good, and then the second draft, which has like a cutoff time of like 7 seconds, and they're like, the second drafts are up. Did you complain? Nope. Oh, it's final.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, hold on. Like,
I was at a tournament.
you uploaded it at 5 a.m. What are
I
you
was
talking
literally
about?
at a tournament.
It's also like when people are the same like seed number, like what Mute was saying earlier, like it's not that hard to be changing it, especially when it's like
Yeah.
we're the top players, we're making a thing, like this is our thing, like
Does
Why
anybody
are
know
they
who
being
Mao
annoying?
is?
who?
Mao?
Like MAUU. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
You got it, man.
that's familiar. Oh my god,
Ryu, according to Beastly.
interesting.
Oh,
So I play the Bayo you played last year.
I think you got it.
Yeah, they're Ken.
Okay. Thank you.
Shotos, I guess.
I'm gonna get witch striked. Oh no.
He's technically not even seeded to make it to, I think.
Oh yeah,
It's,
Manny the Steve.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I know that you're like y'all have different opinions of Steve ban or not, but how was it going to Patchwork with the Steve ban?
I
Like, do y'all
mean,
notice? Does it matter? Like, I know Syrup was doing well, so like it would have mattered if he could have played Steve.
It changed
would
like
matter.
Syrup and Riku. That's about it.
And Riku still did like something, kind of.
Yeah, Riku like went game 5 with Omega with Dark Pit.
Yeah.
Kind of nasty.
And Syrup is obviously really good. So
Yeah.
like they weren't like in top 8, but I think those are pretty good players.
a
The viewing
conflict-
experience though was really good for me. That's what I think at least.
I have a original opinion. I don't think Steve should be banned, and if anything, so it's not a secret. NA's in a little bit of a major drought, right? Like we can all say that a little bit. I think the fact that these Steve players, they're willing to go to tournaments. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that tournaments have a Steve ban inhibits the most Steve players from wanting to go. They can still go. I mean, they still can, but there's less of an incentive, especially like Riku. Syrup, he didn't always main Steve. He was an S main at first. So if he wants to go to an event that's pretty close to him, that like there's more incentive for that because we all know he can still do good. And for other Steves, like let's say you're in North Carolina, what else is there going to do besides the tournament in North Carolina? Because let's be for real, the weather that weekend was horrible, so you
Go to
couldn't really do
Cookout.
much. Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah,
but
we did.
Wait, Zomba, did you get Cookout?
I did get cookout. It was an experience. It was okay. I miss home cooked food,
It's
but
really heavy.
I feel because of the bans and stuff like that. Like for majors that are like the Let's Make Moves series, like they're less affected because everyone knows those are good events. Everyone likes being in those areas. Like people like going to Miami, people like going to New York City. Those are fun things to do. It's more of a vibe, and a lot more people go. But when it's the smaller tournaments that are banning Steve, I feel like if they're actively trying to be a major, I feel like they probably shouldn't be doing it just based on the fact, like, yeah, some people may not like Steve, but most of the top players at this point, like, if you're a top player and you're dodging the event because of a Steve ban, that's just silly because the majority of the tournaments you should be doing are going to have Steve legal. And if you're like worried about being a major, Onan is worth a bunch of points. Syrup is worth a bunch of points. DD is worth a bunch of points. These are good players that also play Steve. So if you're trying to be like a higher tiered event and you're already asking top players, well, there's a bunch of top players that want to come out, but they probably won't because of the ban. And I
Makes
like
sense.
Steve. I like fighting Steve. So I also am biased and like, yeah, like just keep it. You know?
Okay, like I understand what you're saying, and that's true for like our purposes, but I feel like it's just not for us. Like that's just the main point of it. Because like you see me, like I don't care. Like I'll fight Sonic like that. I'll fight Steve like that, and I don't mind. It's like fun for me. But like, it's just it makes my brackets easier, honestly. But it's just it's not for us. I feel like especially North Carolina, I've been seeing like they have a really hard time. Like the people that just it's not their job and they just like play for
Yeah.
fun or like that. And it's like fighting Steve and Kazuya is just like really stressful to them and just not fun, I guess.
Like at a local, like
yeah,
local
like
stuff.
yeah, especially like I think there was a match. It was like GK versus Nathaniel this weekend.
I saw that.
That was yeah, but like that's kind of like how and the thing is I thought Nathaniel was from NC, but like he wasn't apparently, and like but that's kind of how that region acts about that character in the region in the first place, which is why those
They're
bans are
going
happening.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I'm
NC
just
just
like
hates a bunch of characters. That's just the way it is.
yeah, but I feel like if that's how the region is and like they have
Yeah.
more fun for it, like I don't think it's
Yeah.
like the worst thing ever to happen every now and then.
It's one
At
of those
the
like
end of
if
the
the
day-
tournament is going to complain like, oh, why can't we be a major? Then it's like, well, you are eliminating these
Yeah.
people. But if they're not doing that, then let him do
It's
it, I
okay.
guess.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I mean, I still pulled up. It was still like, it's a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, whatever. Like, okay, like, at the end of the day, if Steve was legal at the tournament, it could have been a little different, but it wasn't. And so that's what we had.
Yeah.
I feel like if the major, like, if people want more majors, like, just being a major and being called, like, officially a major, then that's probably at least a tiny thing that can help out. Because, yeah, I agree. It's not really for us. It's about for, like, random, like, two-tour North Carolina player, little Timmy, that is just there for the vibes. And Steve is not his vibe.
Yeah. They just got to be careful because doing that will not give you a Nintendo license. So
It's like I heard
Is
it's
that
like
actually confirmed, or if that's still just like rumor?
It is. It is.
It is true, but I just feel like there's a lot of things that like we have to realize that they're not for. It's just like all best of 5 is not for us. You know what I mean? And it's not even has to be like it's
Top
like,
players complain all the time. I feel like that is.
I mean, we like it, but it's not catered to us for us.
Dude, I don't know. I'm sitting there. I'm in my round 1. I'm like, can we best of 3 this up or what?
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I put a Pac-Man round 1 and I was like,
I'll wait for my round 1, and then they'll be having the most hot, insane game 5 ever, and I'm like, bro, why am I waiting like an hour for this round 1 full set?
Bro, people in pools can't kill each other. I'm like, damn.
Young League Pac-Man, like, oh,
Yeah.
my round 1 pool was Pac-Man, day-to-day Pac-Man.
Not day to day.
Ew.
Yeah,
day-to-day.
day-to-day. Yeah, it was mad annoying. I was like, bro, please.
Like, I understand it, like, for sure. Like, I mean, there are some sets, like, I think the problem with it was, like, there were some sets that were, like, they had to best of 5. Like there was, like, questionable, like Evo, of course, like, obviously, but that's obviously an extreme. But yeah, that early, I'm kind of sitting there, like, it's not, like, that serious. Like,
And that's how they justify only doing 3 sets to go to top 96. It's like, you guys played extra games, so
Yeah.
it's like, no, shut up. Please make your schedule a little better. Do one more round. You shouldn't have 1 p.m. pools for singles, and then you're done at 2:15, and you have the entire day to just exist and do nothing.
Controversial. The tournament could have looked probably like with good scheduling, it could probably run in like a day. If like maybe like top 24.
oh yeah.
Okay? There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's a tournament I'm going to called Warehouse Wars, and that is literally like singles is only on one day. So
Mhm.
I think that's the thing is like one of the things I feel like that like is why Japan can have so many majors is they don't have side events. Like they have like whatchamacallit, like, oh, you like redemption brackets essentially, but they just do singles most of the time. So there's no like, oh, well, you have to have an entire day scheduled for like all the people that are going to be in doubles and all the people that are going to be in straw strike. They're just like, go. Oh, you lost, do a second one. And like that's exactly how their tournaments are.
Yeah,
So they
their events are typically just one day as well.
Yeah, like I was thinking about the tournament that happened before Kagaribi. I think it was Delta. That tournament was just a one day, and
Yeah.
that like blew my mind.
And
I
that's like
was
700
wow.
people. Like they're big tournaments. They're just like, okay, screw the stream. Just like, you know, in NA, I feel like people are just like, oh, well, you have to wait 3.5 hours for you to be on stream in your round 1. And then you're going to play 4 sets off stream because actually that took too long. When it's like either get one more stream or have dedicated recording setups and then upload it.
That actually posted it.
Yeah, instead of Genesis, which took 4 months. And then I yelled at the Genesis people so hard that they gave me my set.
The stream stuff also annoys me on the low because let's take Patchwork, for example. There was a quad stream. Good. Was the quad stream used to its fullest? No, it wasn't. Why do I have to wait so long to play on VG Boot Camp when I could just play my one little set that I have to and on the little quad stream that we already have? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many like tiny things, and when there's time and tiny things, they're gonna all add up together, you know. And like the fire alarm stuff like that, like unpredictable events can also just happen to the point where it's like, okay, well, now even though we started at 10 a.m., this is gonna take like the entire day. There's nothing like
thinking back on that. Imagine if it didn't push it back an hour.
Oh my god!
What time does that tournament actually end?
like they were still over time. I'm pretty sure, and like that's for a top 9, like for a 96 tournament, like people even if it's best of 5, that's absurd. With five stream setups because of the 4 quad, and then the mainstream, like
Yeah, like you should be able to pump that tournament out.
See, the other issue was they had a lot of third-party adapters, and a lot of people refused to play their sets on third-party adapters. So, like,
You know what's
As
crazy about
they
that whole
should, but, like, what's
debate?
happening?
But you know what's crazy about the debate in like Europe and other stuff like that? You're just to bring your own.
well, the thing is, from what I heard from the TED TO was that the people that brought him the setups, they promised them first-party adapters, but they lied.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So, like, that's not their fault for not having, like, I think they had 12 third-party adapters on, like, in general.
I saw a tweet and it was like, so we're supposed to bring the speaker, the splitter, the GameCube adapter, the headphones, and I was like, I
And
do
my
that.
own controller? Like, yes, actually.
It's like that's the thing. If you wanted to be consistent and you want every tournament to run well, at least for you, might as well.
Do you know that like your adapters are different? Like they're actually different, like slightly. So it's like you might as well just bring your own. Yeah, like, even if it's a
third party versus like
yeah,
Mayflower
no,
versus
you know,
official
even if it's your
versus
same
lossless.
first party adapter and first party adapter, they're different. The ports can individualize too. They're all different.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
See,
Thanks,
my issue is the mainstream setup had speaker and headphone splitter. Their quad stream should have also had the same thing.
That's fair.
Eric, that's the point of the lossless adapter. It's that the normal adapter literally has variants in it.
Oh, I didn't realize it was between ports. I thought that was just the.
That's why you don't
adapter
use
spot.
port 2, because port 2 has the most probability to have extra input delay. I'm not lying.
no wonder why I lost. I'm pretty sure I was plugged into port 2 this whole time.
Port 1, baby.
I've heard this since like the dawn of time, that someone was like, yeah, port 2 is like more scuffed. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I got a lossless adapter and then it stopped working, and I don't know how.
I've
to-
always heard it's like 1 is good, and then like if not, you go with 4.
I 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
was-
was setting RPS for that for port 1.
Yeah, me, it's anything but 2. I'm fine.
Which is a shame because 2 is well, I guess it doesn't matter in this game because it
Yeah.
just puts you to player 2 anyway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say in like the brawl days where you're like, I want the blue shield.
Yeah. Well, the brawl days wasn't a problem.
Hey, but player 1 and 2 matters for hitbox interpolation.
Oh yeah.
What is this wait. What are you tryhard saying? Hold on.
Wait for
What are the tryhards saying?
Like
It was
What do
just
you
the
think?
grants.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot that is the thing. Shout outs to following Be Not Hachi on Twitter.
There's a
You get to learn so much random little things, like based on which
there's a
like,
literal
sweet spot priority.
Yeah, like video.
Yeah.
It's like if you're player 1 and 2, different hitboxes get prioritized. Like Roy and like Marth and characters with sweet spots and stuff like that want to be certain player
Mhm.
ports.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like their sweet spot, like if it pings, it's something like if it clashes, it's not like a normal like not like every time you use a move, but like specifically when it interacts with like another move, then like it'll get sometimes it'll prioritize like the inner hitbox because that's like the first hitbox. So if sometimes you don't want it to be the first hitbox because you want your tipper hitbox to be prioritized, so you want to be the lower port number or something like that.
What he
That's
be
why my
backwards or
dash
something.
attack always loses the thing.
Nope.
Does makes sense.
No.
I'm
not
just
that.
lying. Let me lie for fun.
You believed your dash attack works wrong the entire length of the game. We're not allowed to let you lie about that.
No, but it does work wrong.
It doesn't.
It does.
No,
It does.
it's a ground move.
no wonder why I keep getting sour spell back here.
I'm saying, like,
Yours is a timing thing, not a range thing. That doesn't count.
No wonder that type hit me. I'm sorry.
That one might be true.
did you say what I said with Rocky? I had like 6 sour spot uppers and back airs. That's why.
Oh, you fought Rocky?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I should never said this.
Man.
Everyone's got placebo.
It's the reason why my dash attacks pings with projectiles.
Oh my god.
I've learned so much now.
My invincible move pings with projectiles.
I'm dead. He said, what do the tryhards say?
The vibes of this podcast are I find it funny that we have like Mute, who is I feel like we all have slightly different types of egos, which is very fun. because we all have one.
Okay, so diagnose everybody, Mr.
Okay,
Dr. Van.
well, we had an ego tier list before, but now we know who's on top this time. Now
Yeah.
that Zomba's here, we have a clear number one.
Clear.
Yeah,
I
it's you
still have
tryhards, and then it's Zomba, and then
Hello?
What?
It's
me
not
when he's
like
recording for
I don't
content,
know.
and then
I
Zomba,
can't like
then MuteAce
hate
normally.
Zomba because it just all feels so troll.
it's not an ego. It's just a bit.
I don't believe you.
As he winks to the camera.
yeah, right. Like,
Oh my
guys, I'm the most humble player in the world.
Genesis
you
interview
know?
says different.
So godlike.
Yeah, I guess
One of my favorite post game things, like in Smash. Period. Like I feel like that interview is top 2 with the one of Larry and Fallen being just like, yeah, I'm gonna run away and hope he doesn't hit me, and then Larry's just like, I'm gonna run at him and I'm gonna hope I hit him.
I remember
Those are my
watching,
2 favorite
like, those videos with that
Those are
interview
just, like,
specifically.
Mhm.
But my ego tier list, I'll give a humble number 1 to Ethan. He's a
I know
child,
it.
so he has
I
a
know
big ego.
I know it.
Who between Eric and Jesse, who has been playing longer? Because
Eric.
you play melee. Yeah, you play
Yeah.
melee. So
I'm 05.
you have an old head. Damn, you're 05. You've been playing competitive Smash
I
longer than I've
know.
been born.
Yes, I'm
And
aware.
definitely longer than he's been alive. Oh my god. You're old. Nice.
Yes.
You have the old head ego. So you're number 2. And
Bald
then
head and bald head ego. That's crazy.
Oh, Eric also just has a bigger ego than me in general.
Yeah.
then I'll give it up to Mute, you know. I know how you feeling sometimes. The way you just talked about how you're gonna fight SkyJ, that definitely said something to me. It called
I
it.
love how MuteAce
In a roar.
Well, the way you also said it's best of 5, can it just be best of 3? Like,
That's so fun.
Let's wrap it up.
We were all thinking it.
Hey, if we all
yeah, but you said it.
And then Jesse
I
and
like best of well, actually, I want the tournaments to be best of 3 until like top 16 because I want them to go faster because everyone always complains the tournament takes too long and they're just like, well, what if we take this into consideration?
It's like
and everything is
impossible to
best
make
of 5?
everything happy. Like, I don't know.
I think I have varying levels of ego. If I know or think I'm right about something, it's number
the
1.
highest. Free.
And if
No,
if I'm wrong about something, it's still there, but not as strong.
well,
it
you
just
have to get
depends.
convinced that you're wrong about something, which sometimes
That's not true. I know that I'm wrong about a lot of things.
just not outwardly. Got it.
I don't talk about things that I'm wrong about.
Exactly.
You should take notes.
Oh,
Well, what about that time with your dash tag? And then what about that time? Oh, never mind. That's okay.
My dash tag. Look, all I'm saying is, a lot
Paladin
of
thing again. We go
times
back
it
into that.
sucks. A lot of times, you know.
my ego only stems from the fact that I just think I'm too much better than everybody. Like it's
I also think that, but I don't go to anything.
It's okay, Eric. Your second half of the year is gonna go crazy.
I can
I'm
see
gonna
it.
just win SmashCon and then don't go to a tournament for another 3 months.
Let me
No,
roll
I
it.
want to go. I want to go more. And hey, I'm going to something this weekend. It's not like a big tournament, but
It's Cirque 3.5, right?
yeah, I think it's like a C tier. Maybe
Is
it
it,
may
I think it was a
count
D
as C
tier. Is there's a thing like the day after? Are you into that?
No, I
No.
wouldn't like. There was a reason why I didn't go. I wasn't going to it. But just like again,
I think it was
like,
like $1,000 pop bonus tournament or something. I forget.
yeah, I know Cirque also has a pop bonus, so like,
Okay.
same difference essentially. But like one of the things that happened is like, so we hired cleaners for the new place I moved in. They did a really bad job, so everything's taking a long time because we have to like re-clean everything, which is like what we paid people to not have to do. So we could just be like, cool, we're here, let's put stuff away. It's like, no, you can't. You have to clean everything while also trying to figure out computer and edit and blah blah blah, and then still like make food and stuff. So I'm just like, I can't do 2 days of not making the house a thing mostly. But Cirque will be fun, and someone just needs to beat Beast Mode Paul. That's all. I can beat literally every other player in Florida, no issue. I've beat Paul before, but I got lucky. Like I me brawler cheesed him. Like that's the only way I won. Is I was down. I somehow lived a kaboom at ledge at like 110 because I guess I got sour spot. Don't know how that happened. This is game 5 of collision, and then I hit him at literally 0, and he died because me brawler and Hollow Bastion. That's the only way I beat him. I can beat everyone else. I'm positive. I'm super positive on Goblin. Super positive on Aaron. I guess I don't know if Riku's going, but I can beat Riku if I just don't play bad. It's like Paul's just the only one that I'm just like, see, I'm playing well. Even if I'm playing well, oh, that was a kaboom on my T-Jolt. That was unreactable because I T-Jolted from halfway across the screen, and then I died at 80 because I'm light.
So the circuit is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. When do you three get to Mexico?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow at like I'm in at 9:30 or 10, something like that.
I am a Friday at 7 p.m.
You're not doing dubs or whatever.
No.
No
Vlog
doubles
is
for
gonna go
anybody?
crazy.
No.
I didn't even know there was doubles. I didn't see that as an option.
I'm doing doubles with Chag, so there's double doubles.
Wow.
What if Chag just wins the tournament?
It would be lovely because I'm staying at his humble abode.
I don't like hypotheticals, Eric.
You
I
can't
like
say a
realities.
hypothetical that Patty's gonna win, bro.
True. Sorry.
Not around Mute and Ethan.
I don't think Ethan's anti-Palu good.
Yeah, he is.
Oh
Not
yeah,
the same
yeah.
as you are. What?
Look, there's a reason why Sal put Ethan as number one ego. Because Ethan doesn't talk a lot, but when he does,
I mean, I've heard him on the podcast.
but beyond that.
I was really sorry.
Like really.
I mean,
sorry.
Corey's
Say it
just
again,
like a
one
better
time.
version of Palu, but still. Low key.
I mean, how are they
She
comparable?
has a good two frame. They have both ridiculous up airs and neutral airs. It's the same character.
That's like
And
the
back airs.
things. Like what?
And good back airs. Yeah, that's the
Fair
entire
enough.
character.
Hear him out. And also, Corrin actually is able to shield poke you all the time with the F smash charge.
Oh,
So-
every time. There's nothing you can do about it.
Impossible.
It works every time. Monty
To be
did
fair,
nothing. Yeah.
I did
That's how
nothing.
people act like it.
Did I do it to you? Would that work or what?
I let go of the of my shield poke.
Oh yeah, you DI'd up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my god, so stupid.
Yeah, no,
teach you.
so-
Do you know how to get it actually? I mean, now you're on my team, so okay.
Not the gatekeeping of knowledge.
So I'll tell you now.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe. I always tell people when they ask, but like they never ask. I'm like, okay.
They're like, oh, it's so stupid. You're like, so true, bestie. Like, there's no, if they're not going to ask, you might as well not answer them.
True.
What about
That's
you,
why it's
Jesse?
good that we play top tiers, because we can just be like, hey, there are answers to this, but that just falls you into other stuff. So you got to pick your poison, and you don't have to actually answer them.
What about me? What?
You got any tournaments?
No, I'm staying home. I have not been home in like 2 weeks.
He just goes through it. It's like every weekend, I'm like, oh, what happened to him this time? Like,
Yeah, no, I'm home. I might go to Warehouse Wars because Patchwork was stinky. So before Supernova, I might want to have like a positive tournament experience. So I might go to Patchwork or Warehouse Wars rather.
Makes sense.
So I might go to that.
Is it next week? Or next
No,
week
it's
after
the
that?
end of. It's the last weekend. It's 2 weeks before SmashCon or Supernova.
Same thing.
Weeks before?
2 weeks before.
What is it from now? That's what
It is 3. It is 2 weeks as of this Saturday.
It's Smash
Oh.
Factor, then the
Yeah,
20th,
then-
and then
Yeah,
Warehouse.
Smash Factor, nothing. Warehouse Wars, nothing. Supernova.
I'm
There's a
going on
tri-state
my
regional
break.
thing.
Oh, you thought you had a longer break?
Yeah.
Hey, 2 weeks is long enough to get to Gold and Tekken, and then win Supernova.
Gold.
True. What do you?
Yeah, get above, or no, is it, what's after, oh no, it's purple after blue again. God of Destruction, or whatever.
Purple is before blue.
Well, there's purple, blue, and then what's after blue?
Oh, you mean like gold, like God? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that rank is too high. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, we got it.
Who is we?
Us. Me and you.
Did you not know that
do
Eric is
it.
French?
No.
I can't. I just got to blue for my first time. I haven't played Tekken in like 2 weeks. My character got nerfed. So
Well,
Me too.
I look forward to watching all of y'all play Smash this weekend. I will be. I'm sure. Oh wait, Cameron's not gonna. Cameron's gonna be there too. I was gonna say I'm sure Cameron want to do a watch party or something, but he'll just be in Mexico.
You'll be there.
do
And
it.
there'll be a
enjoy-
sick vlog coming in, so make sure y'all watch that. whenever
Enjoy
it's
all the
in future.
tacos and horchata for me, please.
Horchata's so good.
But yeah, so if you guys want to keep up with more of the stride, fellas. Follow our YouTube, follow us individually. We have a lot of content coming out on our YouTube channel soon. TM, I think, probably. Sign up for stride.gg. What else? Buy the
Watch
merch.
the video that's already out.
What video is that? Huh?
The core and pin video.
Yes.
Corn pin video. It was
That is
pretty
actually
funny.
very good.
It's a good video.
You're so funny.
Dude, I need to see the final project because I don't know how much of that made it through.
A lot.
Extensive editing process from the elite editors of my raw footage.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how much you said, but there was a lot that was there.
I was speaking.
And
There were
I'm trying to link it in the chat, but I'm not allowed to because I need to be modded in the chat to
Audio was produced.
Mod me.
Amazing. But yeah, so follow us, follow our YouTube channel. Yeah, watch the content. If you like the merch, buy our merch. I'm sure we'll get Sal his own promo code for merch soon. So you can't use his promo code, but you can use one of ours. It's just our tag followed by the number 10.
Mute just one. Do mute.
Yeah, she's mine.
Yeah, mute just one. So
Yeah,
use
I
Mute's
just wanted
code.
to like do it for me. Yeah.
Mute
Or
is
you
10.
wait for my code.
Right.
You're waiting to win. That's funny.
But yeah, until then, I think next week we will be back on track on Tuesday, as far as I know.
Yep. Hopefully none of their flights get ruined. But
Look,
you're not going, so
I
I
was
know
just
it's
saying, I'm
probably
not
gonna be
going,
fine.
so no one's
But
flight's gonna get
Cameron's
cooked,
going.
except maybe Ethan,
Maybe.
because it happens
Please
to Ethan
no.
too.
Please no.
True.
But yeah, until then, good luck everybody this weekend. We look forward to watching y'all. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye.
FDR's so bad. The slowest fade out.